Hey YouTube, thanks for joining me. This is the Everyday Prepper channel. For those times that a scout pack of any size is just not enough, or you need more organization, think about using a vest system, such as maybe a fishing vest or a photography vest. In this particular situation here, we have a fly fishing vest as an example. And let me pull back here. You can kind of get a see of this, a little bit of a view of this, and in detail, we'll kind of just, I'll just move across here. You can see this is a Magellan brand. Got this from Academy Sports. And basically how I laid it out is I left a lot of pockets open. And so not only could you use this for fly fishing, but obviously for prepping survival, it could be just maybe your version of a get home system instead of an actual backpack or a sling. So up here, just quickly, it has these pockets. I have nothing in here, but it would probably be pretty decent, maybe for like a whistle, maybe like a miniature first aid kit just with some Band-Aids. It also has another one. These actually open up quite a bit. It has an elastic keeper on the sides, and it has drainage holes too. This vest only went for about $30. And so over here, it has this this mesh pocket, and it fits a small pocket handgun. Of course, if you're out in the public, you probably want to put that on your person. This is just how I have it set up if I want to just have my concealed gun more accessible if I'm in the woods. And so it has these pockets here in the front. It also has these large side pockets, zippered pockets here on each side. It also has like three additional pockets. I'll show you real quickly on the inside. They have nothing in it right now, but you could put just pretty much whatever you'd actually want. As you can see, there's like an elastic, kind of like a mesh pocket here, a zippered pocket, and a large Velcro pocket here, this whole size. And so these side zippered pockets here go the entire size of the actual panel. So it's a very large for like maps and stuff. You know, I would imagine it's for maps. And so let's just peek in some of these pockets here. I don't have these like loaded out with a lot of stuff, but I just wanted to show you what I do have in there because I think it's kind of interesting to see what people put in their systems. So just check out what I got in mine. So in this this front pocket here, just have a 4th generation Streamlight Stylus Pro and a holster. In the pocket behind it, I have my Foxelli MX10 USB rechargeable headlamp. I have my 3V gear in there, a little pocket pouch, and there's another like this mesh slip pocket, kind of elastic pocket. There's nothing in there now. But there's a video on this on my other channel, the Everyday Prepper, my 3V organizer. And as you can see, there's some basic survival stuff in here. There's not a lot in here, but there's definitely some things to kind of help you out. And you can see on the back, it has the strap so you can attach to a belt or a molly. And this kind of could be a standalone system if I really had to ditch the vest. Now on the next side here, I have my fire kit. It's very basic, but it's basically a ferro rod, some steel wool, cotton, I guess cotton swabs and or cotton balls in there. And I have some storm matches, and I also have, let's see here, some lint in this this little paper container, and I have a lighter. And that's looks like it's pretty much it. I think, oh yeah, I have some on the top here. I have a piece of processed wood that's been treated. It's an actual Coghlan's fire tinder sticks, and I broke one of those down on the top. So kind of hard to see in that bag, but it's double wrapped and stuff, so it's pretty decent. And then below this compartment here, I have this mini trauma kit with an Israeli emergency bandage. It's called the emergency bandage, a trauma wound dressing. This is the 6-inch hemorrhage control bandage. As you can see, this is a pretty brand new one I just got. It was just made in mid-2016, and it has an expiration date of 2024, middle of 2024. So you can see here it says manufacturer is First Care Products Limited over there in Israel. It's pretty cool. And then I have a lot of other stuff in here, a small suture kit, more wipes and stuff, and Band-Aids, and just some other things like whistle and other things like that in this little kit. Now also in this pocket, it has an elastic slip pocket as well, and it has a place you could put money, and it comes with this double kind of sealed bag. You could put your ID and money or cards in, and it has a small rags for your glasses. And so that's kind of tethered in there, which is cool. And that's pretty much what you see on the front there. Let me flip this around. And so on the back here, you can see that there's some mesh for breathability. And then you have this, to my surprise, this was actually quite a bit larger than I even thought it was going to be. But there's a large back pocket, and just comparison to my hand here, let's just bring out the Foxelli headlamp for comparison, and maybe the 3V organizer. Here's the 6-inch, emergency trauma bandage, just for comparison of size. So you could probably get 2 side, and almost 1.5 tall. But it's a big pocket. There's no doubt about it, and you can get a lot in here. I have this loaded out to about 85 to 90%, this particular pocket, just for reference. So it's not too bulky. And so inside I have a Life Straw. And so these are really decent. It's kind of a larger, it weighs almost nothing, but it's kind of a larger format, because I typically would pick probably an Aquamira Frontier water filter straw format, but I've kind of put those in other kits, and I did have it originally in this kit. I may get more and switch it out for this, but I had a few extra Life Straws just hanging around the house, so I was like, okay, let me just slip it in there. That's something you probably don't hear a lot of people say. Oh, I have extra Life Straws laying around, but over here I do. And so I also have this large Shemagh. The Shemagh is kind of like a true coyote brown with black accents. It's kind of nice. And so I have inside there wrapped is just like a mini survival kit in itself, multi-tool, just like various things, emergency survival blanket, duct tape. I have my my sports Kobe armband with AM and FM, a glow stick, extra batteries for the radio or headlamp, just all kinds of stuff in here, ear protection, garbage bags, and blah blah blah. So that's what's in here. And believe it or not, there's still more stuff in here, man. I got a hank of paracord. I think this is probably like 40 some feet, if memory serves me correctly. I have a Bahco Laplander. I just threw some of this tape on there. But this is made in Sweden. This is let's see here, model 2444. And it's really nice. I like that a lot. And then I think this is in the last thing in there. Yeah. Last thing in there, believe it or not, this SOL Escape Bivy. That thing fits in there. Of course, this is light as air. It's just more bulk than anything, but you kind of get an idea how big some of this is. Now, I did, just from wearing it a few times, this polyester. Oh, yeah, the whole thing is made of polyester. It's a one-size-fits-all. It has this very small, it wasn't through and through. It was a small little, I don't want to call it a tear, but it was just kind of like a manipulation of the material. And of course, I went overboard and put a big strip of duct tape there. And I put commercial grade duct tape. And then on the other side, and it didn't really need this at all, I just did it as a preventative. I put some of the duct tape, and then on top of that, I put black Gorilla Tape. I ran out of my 1.88, or I guess they call it generically 2-inch Gorilla Tape, and I put some 1-inch, and so I kind of cross-hatched it. This is totally overkill. It probably didn't need that. And I'm not trying to say not to buy this vest or nothing because it's so thin. It's not that bad. I think it was actually how it came, and I didn't even notice it. There was just a little, like, once again, it wasn't even a puncture. It was just kind of it just had a little bit of an integrity issue on the fabric. And just as a complete precaution, I just doubled it up. But I think it would be kind of cool on your pack, so especially on this back pocket, since it is relatively thin. Let me just pull out for better lighting. Sorry about that. Is to maybe just do a couple crosshatch pieces of tape, especially with Gorilla Tape, just to reinforce it. It could just, it can't hurt. So just remember, though, this mesh is pretty much mostly what holds it up. So you don't want to weigh this down completely. This whole system, though, really doesn't weigh that much. I mean, it really isn't. It's just a few pounds, really, and you just get a lot of capability. You can't really go wrong with it. It's easy to carry. It distributes weight really well, and I don't know. I don't even feel like I'm wearing anything, especially in comparison to maybe like a larger backpack or a really heavy weighed down scout pack. Even though this is still relatively light, it still puts all the weight in one spot on your waist. This just totally just distributes it on your body. So if you're looking for something that's extremely easy to carry, maybe you've had surgeries and you can't do a lot of things around your waist, and maybe you have back problems or shoulder problems or neck problems, this is a very easy way to deal with carrying gear for short-term, types of needs. So, hey, thanks for joining me this time on the Everyday Prepper. I hope everyone's well. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and join the team here, if you will. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. You guys take care.